What's up everybody, Young Badman back again. Today I got the pleasure of bringing you guys another late upload video or whatever. Once again, sorry for the infrequent uploads. I'm just doing my thing really. Last week or so I've been practicing a lot for the regional in Atlanta. It's coming up. So I did go there. Had a great time. It was a blast. 8 rounds of pure DBS against people that wanted to win, and that's what I live for. You know, I like competition. So I'm gonna give you guys a little recap of that. First off, shout out to PPG, Machado and Alonso throwing a great event. Everything went smoothly. The judges were splendid. No complaints besides whoever stole Dustin's laptop, you a bitch. And I hope something bad but not lethal happens to you. And then so yeah, well, let's just get into it. I went to the event preparing to play against 8 rounds of Super Saiyan 3, and then, you know, you don't need me to upload a video to tell you, but I'm pretty sure you know Super Saiyan 3 got banned. So I'm like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? Of course I was gonna play Super Saiyan 3, but mainly I was ready to play against Super Saiyan 3 for 8 rounds just to see how I can do. But so he got banned, and then I'm like, okay, I guess I'll play the next best deck, Hirudegarn. Everyone knows what this guy does. So I played Blue-Red Hirudegarn, and yeah, I had a great time. This is probably my favorite leader right now. This isn't my favorite leader of all time, but this is my favorite leader right now. So I played Hirudegarn, and I didn't know what to expect really going in. Did some research, practiced a lot, and then I'm like, okay, now I kind of know what I'm going to see. So get there, pull up late, but I still made it in time. Filled out my deck list, turned all that in, made my ID, turned that in, and then so we got started. So round 1, I went against Mono Red Pan. That one was pretty easy. I won 2-0. I guess it was a newer player or less experienced player, I'm not sure. But I didn't really have any issues with that game. Game 2 was against the mirror match, another Blue-Red Hirudegarn deck. So he went first, and he got his chain attacks and all off. No. He went first. Hit me with Foreseeing Hit, awakened, swung, untapped 2, played another Foreseeing Hit, and untapped another one so he can defend himself. I just couldn't get my chain attacks and all off, and he demolished me game 1. But I didn't let that get me down, you know. I was like, okay, I'm going first this game, so I got this one in the bag. Went first, got my chain attacks and all off before he could, and there wasn't much he could do about that. Game 3, he went first. You know, I was like, you know, okay, whatever. I'm not gonna, you know, let that get to me. He won game 1 because he went first, but you know, it's whatever. So he went first, got his chain attacks and all off. But you know, it wasn't over then. Played a little bit more, got my chain attacks and all off, and then I grinded the game out from there. Game 3 was against Announcer. Yeah, round 3 was against Announcer. 2-0'd him. Not too many problems. He was a tough opponent, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not like I didn't struggle. Well, I struggled until I drew Chain Attack and Zeno in the same hand. But yeah, I got that one. Pretty decisive victory there. Round 4, I was on stream against the Zeno Maiden deck, and that one went pretty smoothly. Game 1, you know, I didn't really have too many issues because I got the Foreseeing Hit off at good time. Took cards out of his hand that he wanted to play next turn. He had a lot of super combos and negates in his hand, but they weren't threatening to me, so I just let him have it, and it might seem questionable. But I was kind of trying to grind him out of the game, so I figured I'd take away his cards that he could play next turn that he was preparing to play, and he would just have to use the super combos defending himself. And then late game, after I hit him with the chain attack Zeno, he won't have any super combos left, and it'll be an easy game there. So I won game 1. Game 2, unfortunately, went to time and we couldn't finish it. But I think I had that one in the bag. I got 3 foreseeing hits off in a row. And I was going to drop a 4th next turn for the win. But we just ran out of time and couldn't get there. I'll leave that game in the description. The Twitch link to that and the time and all that. I'll play kind of slow. I'm really sorry. I'm really working on that. Only 2 of my games went to time though. So I guess I'm getting a little better. But yeah. So yeah, it's gonna, you'll see why I edit my videos to be fast now when you watch me play. So I'm feeling pretty good. I am 4-0 so far. Going around 5 against androids. So now Huragon has a pretty good matchup against androids, but he just got me, man. I couldn't get there. Game 1, he got a cell chain off. You know, he had like a bunch of cards in his hand. 2 or 3 cards in the field, and I just didn't have anything. So I hit the chains in though, and then I just won the game from there. And then games 2 and 3, he just did me in. Like, I didn't even get to awaken in game 2 and 3. It was terrible. He just had like everything he needed to take me from like 5 or 6 to 0 in 1 turn, and then like it was terrible. Like, I played to the best of my ability, in my opinion. I probably made about 1 misplay in those 2 games, but like, you know, I just did the best I could. Game 3, I couldn't find my chains in to get them. If I had gotten it the turn before, I would have been okay. Might not have won, but I wouldn't have gotten like freaking demolished. Like, it was terrible. So yeah, he got me there. I didn't let it get me down. I didn't want to get tilted and do really bad. So round 6, 4-1. My opponent in round 6 was playing Announcer again. I think he had like 3 wins and 2 draws. So that one was 3 games. I think I win game 1, and then he ends up winning game 2. And then game 3 we were playing really fast. I'm kind of tired because, you know, just playing DBS so much can really drain you. And we both made a little bit of mistakes, but I ended up winning that one. One like crazy mistake I made was I played for Seeing Hit, and he had the Videl in his hand, and I hit like a super combo and a 10K. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna hit him down to 2 and hope he doesn't get the Videl off the life. So I hit him down to 2, and I swing for my double strike, and he has the Videl, and I'm like, oh my god, he got all the life, so lucky. And then he's just looking at me like, no, you didn't take it out of my hand with a hit. And I'm just sitting there dumbfounded, like, I can't believe that I let that happen to me. And then he just doesn't have enough to finish out the game after that, and then I come and I take the victory after that. Thankfully, it didn't go to a draw. They called time shortly after our game was over, but luckily I got to close that one out. Round 7 was against, round 7 against U7 Frieza. That one was a loss, unfortunately. I won game 1. He bricked. He didn't get the victory strike. Game 2, he just, you know, drew the nuts, got everything he needed. I was being a good sport, and I stopped him from shuffling his deck when he should have went. He should have, excuse me, I'm sorry. He played Supreme Card Time's Choice, and you know you're supposed to put those cards at the bottom, but he was about to shuffle his deck, and I stopped him from doing it. I was like, no. And then I was like, man, maybe I shouldn't have did that. Like, I don't know, maybe I could have like squeezed out a win or something, because like it wasn't looking good. Like, against C7 Frieza, I don't really have anything for it, so if I had gotten a win that way, I probably would have felt bad, but like that was really the only way I felt like I was gonna win. So like he got me game 2, and then in game 3, I picked the wrong line of play. He passed to me. I was at 4 energy. I was at 5 energy, and you know, I can't awaken because I'm at 7 life, and I could either have passed and let him do his thing, or use Foreseeing Hit to try and disrupt him. So against my better judgment, instead of forcing him to have a battering laser for my Mafuba, I played Foreseeing Hit, and I got 2 Gokus out of his hand. I couldn't get the victory strike, but I got the 2 Gokus that can evolve into it. And then I dug with my leader. I was like, man, if I can get like a bean or an unyielding, then I'm good, because he didn't have battering in his hand. But I didn't find it, and he dug a lot, and he got the 5-dog Goku and brought out the victory strike, and I didn't have anything for it, unfortunately. So I ended up taking that L. But I did learn that it's a lot better to force him to have the battering than to try and disrupt his hand with hit. So, you know, I did misplay, but I didn't want to let that tell me either. I was just like, whatever. You know, he played good, you know, so congratulations to him. I didn't say GG because it wasn't really a good game, but I was like, congratulations on your win. U7 Frieza is not really that interactive, and it's not that fun to play against. But, you know, like, he was there to win, so yeah, I applaud him for taking that deck. And he ended up getting his invite too, so shout out to him. I think his name was Creed Perry. Yeah, shout out to that guy. And then, so last round was against another Hurrigan mirror match. And this game did go to time, unfortunately. Game 1, he swept me up pretty good. Game 2, he almost got me. But I guess mental fatigue got to him. Like he put the double strike on his leader and awakened, and then comboed a bunch, you know, trying to kill me with like hit and scientist foo. But then I was like, okay, I'll take it, and I took 1. He was like, it's got double strike, and then I'm like, you know, they changed the rules. When you awaken, you lose all the keywords. So he was like, dang. And then he dropped scientist foo, tried to get me down to 1. I stopped that, and then he played for seeing hit, took cards out my hand, swung, and was like, GG. And I was like, you know, it's not, I still have 3 life. And then, like, he was tapped out, and, you know, after making that mistake, I just had to come and win that game. Game 3 was really back and forth. Like, it was no telling who was going to win. I hit my chains in now. You know, I'm doing my thing, trying to grind him out. He hit his chains in now. And then we're going back and forth, and final turn of the game for seeing hit to get the last. He had 3 cards in his hand. I got 2 of them out, and 1 of them was a negate. And I was like, shoot, he's got a negate. I can't win this turn. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I can. Swing with my leader at his Zeno. He has to put the card on top of his deck. I draw. His Zeno goes away. I'm about to swing it for seeing hit for game. Time gets called. I felt like when Yugi lost his grandpa to Pegasus, it was that devastating. I was like, and the judge watching was like, nope, you can't, you know, they call it time, that's the rule. So like, I got a draw there. Like, if I had noticed, if I knew I had game, like the people watching me did, I would have, you know, did it super quick, and I would have been straight. And it keeps playing over in my head right now, and I don't know why. It must be anxiety or something, but like, I don't know, I'm trying to forget it. So because of that, I got a draw, and I ended 5 wins, 2 losses, and a draw. Which in my opinion should have been 6 wins, but the new time rules, as soon as they call time, like, the game's over, so there's nothing you can do about it. Had I swung like a second sooner, and he called time, then, you know, the attack goes through, but my card's still in active mode, so there's nothing they could do. So yeah, that really sucked. So I went from like a guaranteed invite to like a chance at an invite, and that didn't feel good. Like, I felt really bad. So I was just like, man, you know, I was tilted at that point, you know, like the regional was over, so I was like, okay, I can get tilted now because I don't have any more games to be tilted in. But yeah, fortunately I did get my invite. I came in 28th place, and my last round opponent came in 29th, so, you know, I'm glad we both got our invite, so that's pretty cool. So I wasn't planning on going, and then they added that $20,000 extra prize support, so now I am highly considering it. I gotta see what I can do about buying all this stuff, but, you know, want me to see what I can do to get there. So I'm pretty happy with my 28th place finish. It was 227 people there. And yeah, so that's my report for Atlanta Regional. I had a blast, and shout out to all my opponents there. And right now I'm about to give you the deck profile that got me 28th place, which would have been higher if I was a faster player and won that last game. But whatever, I'm not about to trip about that now. Just want to show you guys what I used there, so let's get into it. So yeah, this is the mat that I won. Pretty beautiful mat, I do say so myself. This was also my first event that wasn't locals, so I'm pretty proud of my finish. And it's kind of got me wanting to do more, so yeah, I'm real excited about that. I want to give a shout out to Matthew Coombs as well, who helped me out with this deck. This is his list. He shot me this list that he'd been working on, and I'm pretty confident in the decks he comes up with. So I played with it a bunch and tested it out, and ended up taking it to a decent finish for my first event. So shout out to him. I'll leave a link to his YouTube in the description. Please check that out if you want more competitive information. He's got like the best in the game right now. So the deck I decided to play is Hurrigan. Everyone knows what he does. He is probably going to take the throne for the best leader in the game now that Super Saiyan 3 is banned. But that's okay. I mean, someone has to be the best technically, so I'm okay with it being Hurrigan. On the front side, he draws 2. Pitch 1, draw 2 on the front. He untaps 2 and he awakens. And on the back, when you're at 4 more energy and he attacks, your opponent has to put a card from the hand on top of their deck. Stupid good. So let's get into this deck profile. Now, one thing I want to mention is that something that a lot of people got confused about when they were playing against me. This is not an aggro deck. It is blue-red mid-range. So, you're not going to be rushing your opponent down from turn 1 like they expect. So, a lot of times playing this deck, I just had to play some energy, swing my leader, and pass. Just because they're not like a ton of threats with this deck. So, just something to keep in mind if you want to try this deck out for yourself. It is not an aggro deck, so I mean, you can get aggressive, but don't play like an aggro deck. You just got to know when to switch gears and assume a control role. That's how I won most of my games after Chain Attack Zeno, was just grinding them out of resources. So let's get into it. For the leader exclusive cards up here, for Hoy Emissary of Flame, it's our super combo. No explanation really needed there. It just sucks if it's the only card in your hand, you can't really use its effect. 4, Unyielding Spirit Trunks. It's the next card that people are gunning for to get banned. And I mean, I can see the reasoning behind it, but I don't think it needs a ban. It's just, they need to give it to other colors too. I don't know. It's good. It lets you extend your plays, and it lets you tap out safely. If you want to tap out for a card, attack, and then combo with that, it lets you untap energy to defend yourself with. And 3, Raging Spirit Sun Gohan. It's a 10k combo, and when you combo with it, it comes into play into rest mode. Super good card. I used it a lot during the event. And that is it. It's no flute, it's no Minutia, it's no legs. I just didn't have room in the deck for the Minutia legs combo, and the flute is just not that impactful in here. It was just one of the first cards that I would replace, and I'm glad that I did, because I didn't ever want to see it. I probably wanted to see it like once, and with you only being able to run 1 copy, you're not really going to see it when you need it, so I just opted not to run it. Okay, now on to the main engine cards of the deck. 4 Intensifying Power Trunks and 3 Sand Kaba. The Trunks is important because he can evolve in a chain attack, and he can put critical pressure on your opponent as well as helping you awaken. He's just all upside. The Sand Kaba is in here mainly to help you awaken. It gets your opponent down from 5 to 3 pretty easy, and it's a way to close the game out for 1 energy, so you definitely want to include a couple copies of those in your red decks if they're aggro or not. I just feel like Sand Kaba is too good to pass up. Next up, 3 burst attack, Son Gohan. Really good card. It helps you to refill your hand when it's getting low, and it's got critical. You can bring it out with Chantac or just hard cast it. It's a really good card, especially if you can get multiple swings off with 1 copy of it. Then it's just super value. 4 foreseeing hit. Everyone's been wrecked by this card before, and everyone's like wrecked their opponent with this card before. 20k double strike that strips 2 battle cards from your opponent's hand. What more is there to ask for? Also on turn 4, if you drop him down and then awaken, you can really put the hurting on your opponent. Next, 4 Chantac Trunks. No explanation really necessary there. Everyone knows what's coming up next too. That is 3 Xeno the Playing God. You bring him out Chantac Trunks. He clears the board and both their hands. They go back into the deck, shuffled, and draw 5. And then which you start attacking with your Awakened Leader to make them put their cards on top of their deck to get less cards in their hand. And you just grind them out from there. And lastly, 2 Ghost Attack Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. That was the spice for this weekend, and I played him probably twice, and neither time was necessary. So I don't think I would run him again, but he would have been cool. I played him against Announcer, and he had his hand was very low, and he already used like 2 Senzu beans, but he had another bean in his hand. So I was just like, damn, what can I do against that? Oh well, but that'll probably be the first card I replace in this list. But I mean, it's in here for a good reason. It can really go to town on your opponent's hand if they're not expecting this card. And lastly, onto the support cards of the deck. 3 Beast Coercion. I needed some negates, and they got put in here. So you know, you just negate an attack for 1 energy, and easy as that. For Senzu Bean, because it's the best card in the game, or one of the best cards in the game, this card will never not be used. It's going to be set 10, 10, 11, 12, and we're still going to be using Senzu Bean from set 1. It's just that good. 2 Hidden Power E Supreme Kai. It's better than Champa. It's no reason to use Champa nowadays, unless you have something that benefits you from running a lot of gods, or you're running other Champa cards in the 1-drop. Just run this Supreme Kai, because he costs 2 instead of 3 if you need to cast it. I never hard casted it obviously, but you can bring it out like that. Also, my opponent brought it out with Chantac Trunks, and he wouldn't have been able to do that with Champa, so just some food for thought there. If you don't think it matters which one you use, it does. You want to use this one. 4 Unbreakable Super Saiyan Son Goku. It's just a 10k that replaces itself. It makes decent energy too. You don't have to feel bad for comboing, because it's going to replace itself. And yeah, this is how you keep your life total high, so your Chantac Xeno will be a lot more effective. And then I got a Mass Saiyan, Dimensional Banisher Fu, and a Scientist Fu. Yeah, 3 different choices. You know, they all serve different roles. He hits the wide boards. He takes care of, you know, the blocker that's in your way for game. And he's got that 24 double strike draw 2 for game that everyone knows and loves. So yeah, this was the list that I took. Main board. Looks pretty standard in my opinion. But I mean, hey, you play to win, so you want to play the best cards to have the best chance of winning. So now for the sideboard. I'm going to see if I have room for it down here. I think I do. You see that? No. Put it here. Yeah. 3 Time Control Cronoa. I never brought it in. The only yellow leader I went against revealed that he had 4 of the Universe 7 super combos in main deck, so I just didn't bring it in against him. But I mean, you have to have it because you get you the thing. So 1 Whis, I brought that in every game. Everyone was pretty aggressive, or I just needed more negates. 2 Yajirobe. I brought that in when applicable. I brought it in against Xenomaidens. Brought it in against U7 Frieza, but he took care of that pretty easily, or Crusher Ball. And I think those were... Oh, and I brought it in against the other Hurrigarn matches too. So it was a little relevant. I'm glad I had that card. 2 Sun Goten Family of Justice. This is good against like announcer decks, other Hurrigarn decks, because you want to swing out their lead so you can draw 2 with the front side. So I would just use it to kill the chunks so I couldn't get another swing off when he couldn't evolve next turn. It's a really good card that a lot of people are sleeping on now. It's going to see a lot more play, especially since SS3 is banned. 2 Mafuba, you know, you bring that in against stuff you have a hard time dealing with. And it's good against Barrier too. I didn't play against anyone using Vegito, but if they were, I definitely would have brought that in. Got 2 Impeccable Super Saiyan Kaba. Really good card. It can't be countered. That's the main reason I brought it in. But I never brought it in against anybody, so I'd probably replace it with something else. And then I've got Dimensional Banisher Fu, Mass Saiyan, and Scientist Fu for whichever matchups that I needed to bring those in for. I would just take out one from the main and then just put another one in. So alrighty, that is the deck that got me my 28th place finish in Atlanta Regionals, and this is definitely the meta now. You know, Blue-Red Hurrigarn is gonna be here to stay for a little while, at least until set 5 comes out, so be prepared to play against it. Everybody, thank you for watching my video, and I'm gonna have a giveaway soon, man. I got 300 subs now. Thank all of you for subbing and watching all my videos. So I want to do something for you guys. So if you stayed this far in the video, then you'll know there's a giveaway coming up. So I'll have some information about that in the next video. So everyone, thanks for watching, and I want to see you guys in the next video. Thanks. Have a good one.